Man, that tractor's pretty. Good morning. Well, we've got a really nice day out today. The sun is shining. It's nice. I think we're gonna have kind of a busy, but yet not super busy kind of day. I've got a lot of stuff to do. None of it's super critical, I guess is what I'm saying. So first thing I'm going to do is bring my truck in the shop here, and we're gonna get the oil changed. It needs it. It's been begging me to do it for about a week now, and I've had the oil riding around in the back of my truck, my filter and stuff. So we're just gonna go ahead and get that done. It won't take real long, but we'll do that. And then I think I'm gonna get this sprayer that we've got for the back of our... Dad just put it in here. We need to get it strapped down and hooked up, flush the antifreeze from winterizing it out, and we'll go spray some weeds maybe. That'd be a good idea. So anyway, let's get my truck. Somebody asked me in my live stream the other night when I was gonna get back to shop work, so here you go. All right, I'm gonna let that drain for a while I rotate tires. I have done the service work on this truck, pretty much all of it, since it's brand new. And every time I change the oil, I rotate the tires. Almost every time. I didn't the last time because the tires were brand new, had like 2,000 miles on them. I didn't figure it was worth rotating them, but it's gonna get done now. So I start in the front corner here. While we got the tire off, we'll look at our brakes. They look okay. These are original rotors. This truck has almost 200,000 miles on it, and those are original rotors. Impressive. Pads look decent. Those were replaced, I don't know, 50,000 miles ago. So, anyway, that looks okay. We'll take this tire. It goes back corner, opposite side. There's the rear tire. I did have to take the center hub off because my socket won't fit. I got to have that extension on there with this hub, which means we got to take it off of that tire that's going on here and put the extension on that one. So this, however, that isn't no good. That should be shiny. That side of the brake rotor is not doing anything, so we may need to get some work done on our brakes here. I don't think you guys can see it very good, but the other side of that rotor is shiny, which means that our caliper is locked up. Yeah. I've actually already replaced the front two brake calipers because they were doing the same thing, so it doesn't surprise me at all that the rears are doing it now. There's some pins in here that this whole thing is supposed to slide on, and they freeze up and don't slide, and then it only pushes on one side of the rotor, and you don't have very good rear brakes. So yeah, I will get this fixed. I'm not going to do it right now, but yeah, definitely something that needs attention. We'll have to look and see how the other side is too. Okay, so rear tire goes up on the front here. I got this one off. Brakes and everything look good on this one. This tire goes opposite rear corner. Well, this side is just slightly better. It's rubbing a little bit, but not using the whole thing. So we need to put new rear brakes on this truck, which I may do. I may just let somebody else do it. I don't know. We'll see. But at 200,000 miles, what do you expect, right? Gonna have to put brakes on it eventually. Can you guess where that tire goes? Back where we started. Okay, back to our oil changing. We gotta get our old filter off, which is right here. And we'll make a mess because, you know, why would we make anything where it can be conveniently gotten and not make a mess? So it's gonna spill all over this beam, but is what it is. So I think we should be able to get it off there without too much trouble. Okay, we got it. We'll let that drip for a minute while we get the new filter ready. Here's my new filter. I use Wix filters. We gotta lube up the gasket on there, and we can stick it on. Okay, filter is in there. I also put the drain plug in, so we are done underneath there. I can let it down, and we can go ahead and stick our new oil in. This is what I use for oil: Valvoline, full synthetic, 5W30, and I've been using the high mileage formulation for quite a while now because we're high mileage. So take 6 quart, go dump it in. 1 5-quart container is better than 5 1-quart containers. Okay, we'll let that drip for a minute. Other thing that we need to do is check our tire pressures. And I don't know why on these trucks, well, I do know why, but they run different pressures in the front and the rears. The front gets 60 pounds, the back gets 75. And since we just moved the front tires to the back and the back tires to the front, we have to adjust them. Let some air out of the tires that are on the front, add some more to the ones that are in the back. Deflating. So the reason that we run different tire pressures in the front and the rears is 2 things. One, on the front you can run a little bit lower pressure, which gives you better ride quality. It helps cushion the blow of the bumps and stones and things that are in the roadways and all of that to make the ride just a little bit softer, because that tire will give easier. On the rears, we put more air in them for more load carrying capacity. So you can carry more weight with more air in the tires. And so when I'm pulling my gooseneck trailer and stuff, I'm heavy and I need the rear tires to be able to carry the load without braking. So that's why we run 75 in the rears and less in the front. In case anybody's wondering, these are Toyo AT Open Country Extreme tires. They are a 285 55 R20. I really like these tires. This is actually the 3rd set of them I've had on this truck. I seem to be getting pretty close to, if not more than, 60,000 miles on a set, which is pretty good for a truck like this. And I like that they're wide and stable, and they're good tires. Top off my washer fluid. I can't. You guys hold that cap for me, otherwise I can't do that. Okay, this is done. I'm gonna write down in the book what I did. We'll get it out of here. So we're not quite to 200,000 yet, but getting close. Let's see. There. All right. I guess now we're gonna get this ready to go. Mix up some Roundup. This is a little homemade sprayer that we put together for the back of our Gator. It's got a 10-foot boom on it. Folds up. Got a pump. Shut-off valve. It's got a hand spray thing, and a pressure regulator and adjusting valve over there. So, yeah, we just got to get our electrical connections plugged in here. Which, yeah. Something's not right there. I'll figure it out. Okay, so this little tube here is for my hand wand. I don't know why we have so much hose on it, but at some point we spliced in additional hose and whatever. I put a strap on to hold it in there, and I figured out my electrical. We have 2 electrical connections. One of them turns the pump on and off. The other turns our valve on and off, and those are connected to these 2 switches in the cab of the Gator. So we need to go out and put some water in, flush it, and then we can fill her up. Well, it works. The pink in there, I don't know if you guys can see that it's pink, but it is. That's the RV antifreeze. Same stuff we winterized that fertilizer tank I pulled behind the planter with is what we winterized this with last year. And so I'm just kind of running it to flush everything out right now. So this switch here closes the boom. We've got a pressure gauge there, shows that the pump is running. shut that off with the other switch. They're lighted so you can see when they're running. It's great. Works pretty good. Okay, I decided to mix up 40 gallons of solution. So I put 40 gallons of water in, and then I added the Roundup. Well, I added some water conditioning agent and some surfactant, which the water conditioning agent just corrects the pH so that it doesn't tie the Roundup up before we even get to spray it. The surfactant breaks the surface tension of the water so that it spreads out on the leaves and does a good job. And then Roundup, which we use a generic glyphosate product. But I put 100 ounces in for 40 gallons. Dad always told me a 2% solution when you're doing stuff like this. So 2% of 40 gallons is like 102 ounces. So that's what we put in. So I'll drive around a little bit, let it agitate and mix up, and then we can spray some weeds. And it's a pretty good day for it. There's a touch bit of wind, but I'm like gonna go spray my beans down there in my plot and some of the stuff around my driveway. So no big deal, no sensitive crops or things that will die that I don't want to. I'm a little embarrassed to show you guys this, but this is those real early planted beans that I had, the March planted ones. The thistles kind of took over. I haven't gotten them sprayed. I thought when Dad sprayed the rest of the field that they might kill the weeds that were emerged. I was wrong, but they're gonna die now. So the beans are Roundup ready. Chemicals won't affect them, but the thistles and the grass that are in there will be dead in a week. All right, well, I used about 10 gallons or so of that up, and got most of the stuff around my seed warehouse sprayed. We'll have to go around some of our fields and borders and edges and touch up some places, and that's kind of what we put that sprayer together for. So we'll do that at some point. It's a little breezy today, so I'm gonna wait, and yeah. So now I can either go pick up some more boxes or clean up at my seed warehouse, or I could work on my boat, which I've been thinking about doing. I might do that. Okay, let's see if we can figure out how to get this little relay installed. All right, I managed to get the old relay almost out. It's right here. It kind of tucks up in there normally. And I got the two leads, the one from the battery and the one to the starter, off. But I got to get the signal wires here. And there's a little zip tie right there that's holding that one. And then the other side is actually screwed in. So I got to see if I can figure out what size and get that stuff out. Well, I sure hope that's the problem, because my goodness, is that difficult to get to. This little ground that screws in there is, oh my gosh, it's way, I don't even know if I can get the camera in there to show you. Clear up over there on the top, just a nightmare to get to. But I think I got it. So the new one, I got the lead, the signal wire and the ground wire connected. I got to get the thing slid into the place and get the two big wires from the battery and the starter put back on. And then hope she starts, or at least turns over. Okay, starter is back in. I got the wire, or starter relay, I mean. I got the wires connected. I should try and get those caps on. These little black covers. I'll work on that in a minute. I'm going to rehook the battery, which I had disconnected while I was playing with the hot wires. And we're going to hit the start key, starter, see if it works. All right, moment of truth here. Oh, yes. That is what we wanted to hear. All right, before I worry about firing it up and getting it actually started, I'm going to get the cover put back on that electrical box there and just double check everything else. Make sure I got all my tools out of there, and we'll get her fired up. All right, I believe it is all back together. I got all my tools. I ended up with quite a pile to change one little part there. But now we get to crank it over until it fires. These engines are, sometimes they take a little while to fire because they got to pump fuel. I don't know, the lines bleed out or whatever, but we're going to start with the one we know starts. Excellent. We got 2 running engines. All right. We're ready to go to the lake. Well, the lesson from that project is trust your instincts. I was pretty sure it was that starter relay at the very beginning, and my critical error was when I heard it clicking, and I thought, well, the starter's working if it's clicking, and I tried to jump straight from the battery to the starter. I must not have made good connection or something because it didn't work. So then I thought I had to replace the starter. Starter was fine. Ended up being the relay. Should have started there. That's what I thought. It was only like I don't think I even paid $20 for that part. So a little bit of a hassle, but cheaper than the, what, $300 they would have charged me if I would have taken it somewhere at least. You guys want to take this thing apart, see if we can figure out why it wasn't working? Sure, why not, right? It's already broken, can't break it worse. Well, I got the cap off. There's an electromagnet in there, and it basically engages contacts on between this pole and this pole. I'm gonna have to keep digging. Well, I've for sure done broke it now, but I think I found our problem. See how dirty that one side of the contact is there? I think, just a second, let me play with this. Yeah, so the way that this works is there's this little plunger here that when that magnet engages, it pushes it out, more or less, I guess. Yeah, it's got to. And when that pushes it out, it pushes in on this little pin here in the top, and then it connects this piece, touches both sides of the relay there. And so, since that one there got all dirty, it wasn't making good contact, which is why our starter wasn't working. No good. Okay, next project on the list for today. We have a little old S-tine cultivator type thing that I need to use to work down some of my irrigation lanes up on that field that we irrigate. So I'm gonna get that hooked up, and we're gonna use the 4020, which you guys have never seen me use before too much. So yeah, just like all the other tractors, start with an oil check. That's good. Oh yeah, she needs a bath, but that's all right. We need a quick coupler on our 3-point hitch. Okay, so this piece here is our quick hitch. Makes it a lot faster to hook up to the 3-point implements like our little S-tine is. So I think it's sitting over there somewhere. Got it. First shot even. All right. Little quick dust removal. I painted this tractor back in 2012, so the restoration is 8 years old now, and it's showing its scratches and use. It's not a show tractor yet. We still use it. Not much, but we do still use it. Trying not to get the seat all wet because I don't want to sit in a wet seat. Okay. A little bit of fuel, 5 gallons. All right. Well, I squeezed 6.5 in it, but don't take much. A little different than the new tractors. So about out here by my plots, I've got a little path down here through the field that goes between some plots over there, plots over here, and I just want to work this path up, try and clean it up a little bit. Now up to our irrigated field, and The steering on this tractor's not quite right. It doesn't go left until you get all the way there, and then yeah, it's not real good. It's also not real safe going down the road, so we gotta go slow, which means it's gonna be a long trip. We should get this fixed. Corn's growing, looks nice up here. I'll show you what we're doing in a minute, but basically we gotta clean out our irrigation lane in the center. It goes across the road, so there's corn growing through it. I just need to try and take that corn out and level stuff off so it's not so rough bouncing across the road. Okay, so you see those tracks that kind of run through here? I made those when I finished replanting with the tractor and the auto steer so that my line is straight here. Basically, we need to follow those and leave our S-tine in the ground. We're trying to take out the corn that's growing and level it up because it's rough bouncing across these rows. And then when we are ready to start irrigating, we're going to lay our main line 6-inch irrigation pipe out down this path. Well, we got a path. We're going to go back over it a second time. Help take out the corn a little bit better. But that's what we needed to start with. Our replant corn up here is coming nice. It's good, filled in most of the low hole to drown it out. We did still have a little water back there. Other than turning into a little bit of a rake and dragging stuff, we're doing a pretty good job here. I'm not going to do all of the lanes that we skipped. Because one, there's no corn to take out, and two, it's not rough because it goes with the rows. However, on the back ends of this field here, I've got a lane to kind of get out with the tractor after we pull the traveler out, and I turned through here when I was planting both sides, so it's really rough. So that's why I'm doing this one, just trying to smooth it out. All right, we've got the irrigation lanes done. We're done with this S-tine up here. Man, that tractor's pretty. I just wanted to stop and look at this corn here for a minute and see what we see. First thing I noticed was this dirt. You guys see all that dirt in there? That's from the rain the other night. That's how hard and fast it came. It splashed that dirt from the ground clear up into the plant. I don't think it'll cause any problems, but it is certainly a pathway for some disease to get in. Other thing I noticed is we've got a little bit of striping. See these yellow streaks in that leaf? And like here, if you look through the light, you can see it better. I believe that to be a sulfur deficiency, but I'm going to consult my agronomist because I put a bunch of sulfur on in my starter and we should not be seeing that. So I don't know what else it could be, but this corn doesn't look too bad. Let's see. Let's get a stage on this one. I believe this is the first leaf. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a V5 corn, 5 leaf collars. Believe it or not, right now this corn is determining how many kernel rows will be around on each ear. The ear, but the corn actually produces, I don't know, 8 to 12 ears on each plant, but only one of them will ever make grain usually, sometimes 2. But so that's where we're doing right now, is setting those ears, setting the very base foundation for what our potential is going to be. Dad always told me that when corn gets this size, if everything's good and we've got moisture and we've got sunshine and warm temperatures, it will double in size every week until it's full grown and reaches tassel. So for the next 4 to 5 weeks, this corn will double in size every week. And it's pretty true, it does. It grows really fast. All right, we're gonna head back to the farm now. I made it back, worked up another little spot so we can plant some more sweet corn. Sorry, so now we're done with this S-tine. I'm gonna go get it unhooked and put the tractor back in the barn. I don't even have to get off the tractor to unhook this. Ugh. Come on. Open my latches. Set it down. And drive away. What a deal. So I'll show you what I was talking about with that steering. See, when I turn to the left, it works just fine. When I turn to the right, it's good till they get to straight. And then the wheels turned all the way and the tires are still going, still going, still going. I can turn it back to the right, fine. I'll stop and move a little bit, not too bad. But now I'll just touch this wheel to the left. Keeps going and going and going. That makes it very hard to drive, especially going down the road, but even just in general, normal. You can't go fast because all of a sudden it jumps to the right like that and you'll end up in a ditch in a hurry. Still cutting boards. This log splintered on him, it looks like, when he cut it. Okay, well, our other sweet corn's down there and it's okay. It's nothing special, but we got some more. We'll plant another patch here. It'll probably be ready about Labor Day, but whatever, we'll have it. Well, that thing may not do a perfect job, but it took me about 5 minutes to plant 14 rows of sweet corn. So take a look at our first planted stuff. Yeah, it's a little thin, but it's here. I planted up to this row with that. Dad hand planted this with a hoe. I don't know that his stand is much better. She's all looking a little tough. Need to get a little nitrogen on it. That's what we need to do. As you can see, Dad's been pretty busy with his saw. Got a few piles here that got sitting outside to dry. Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do with all this, but there's some really nice boards there. All right, well, we're getting a fair amount of little small odd jobs done and out of the way today, which is good. Next on the list, mowing my lawn down in my seed warehouse there. So I'm gonna go do that, and then that's probably gonna be it for the rest of the day. I don't know, we'll see, but my wife's bringing the boys over tonight to the farm here to hang out with Grandma and Grandpa for a while, and so we'll spend some time with them. So anyway, I'm on my way out, or down there to mow lawn. All right, well, the boys are here. Wave hi, boys. Hi. So it means gator rides. But yeah, that's gonna be all for me tonight. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. We probably could put anhydrous on tomorrow, so maybe I'll be around doing that, maybe not. I don't really know. We'll figure that out. If I'm working, I'll put a video out. If not, we'll wait. So anyway, have a great night. Hit the like and subscribe buttons for me if you would, please. And if you got any questions and comments, leave them down below. We'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Have a great weekend if I don't talk to you.